Hi dear students, I am Kalaivani, working as assistant professor in SNS College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. So have a nice day, and today we are going to discuss about the topic the sources of crude drugs. And so coming to the part of the sources of crude drugs, we are having many sources, that is plants, animals, marine and tissue culture plants. So first we will enter into the plant sources. So plant source is the oldest source of the drugs. So from the ancient period, the medicinal plant is been as a crude drug. It was used only by the plant giving, and most of the drugs in ancient time derived from the plants. Almost all parts of the plants will be using as a crude drug. That is a source of the medicinal use. Like example, leaf, bark, stem, root, buds, flowers, and even the lattices, gums, resins, etc., which we when we are making a incision, we will be obtaining lattices, gums and resins. So the examples for the leaves: neem leaves, tulsi leaves, barks, cinnamon, cinchona, root, rafflesia, licorice, ephedra, and buds, lotus, flowers, of course, vinca rosea, chamanella, and the next flower means dried lattices, gums, acacia, tragacanth, resins of this badam resins, and aloe vera gels. So like this we are having mostly almost all part of the plants are using as a crude drugs. So the phyla angiosperm is the dominant one, while the phyla gymnosperm yields few useful drugs such as turpentine oil, colophony, ephedrine, etc. So we have been many examples, and drugs obtained from the plants or quinine, atropine, cocaine, morphine, codeine, reserpine, caffeine from coffees, glycyrrhizin from the digitalis, reserpine from vinca rosea, atropine, morphine from opium. So like this we are having many sources obtained from plants. So coming to the part of animals, plants, we are using the plant part as a the sources of the crude drugs. And for in animals, how we will obtain the crude drugs. So pancreas is the source of any insulin used in the treatment of diabetes. So we are taking the sheep and guinea pigs pancreas to secrete the insulin, and the insulin obtained from the sheep and guinea pig is used in the treatment of diabetes for the diabetic patient, those who are injecting the insulin directly. And for thyroxine secretion, that is the thyroxine used for the hypertension, the sheep's thyroid gland is functioning. So thyroxine is obtained from the sheep, and it is used for the treatment of hypertension. And many of the substances daily we are using, most of them will be using, we know, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, omega-3 fatty acids. These are being obtained from the marine organisms, that is animals from the marine organism. Like cod liver oil is using as a source of vitamin A and D, and shark liver oil from the sharks, it is also considered as a vitamin content and minerals. And blood of animals, some of the animals' bloods are used in the preparation of the vaccines. And dried full-grown female insects of cochineal consists of carmic acid, used as a coloring agent for foods, drugs and cosmetic products. And gelatin obtained from the ox and sheep, that is gelatin is a protein part, and it is obtaining from the ox and sheep that is the fat substance present in the ox and sheep is being extracted, and that means a protein substance deposited in the ox and sheep is being obtained, and the gelatin is made. And the wool fat from the sheep. So when we are collecting underneath the wool, there will be some fat presence, and those fats are being obtained and using in the cosmetic preparations of sheep. And beeswax from honeycomb, and we all know for all the cosmetic preparations, beeswax is a major ingredient. And plant tissue culture, so it is in vitro cultivation of plant cell or a tissue under aseptic and controlled environmental conditions in liquid or on semi-solid well-defined nutrient medium for the production of primary and secondary metabolites. So applications of the production of pharmaceuticals, biochemical conversations, clonal propagations, microorganism propagations, production of immobilized plant cell and source of direct natural origin. The plant tissue culture is being used, and it's act as a major source for a very good quality, quantity, good crude drugs. And microbial source and mineral source, we all know the mineral sources are obtaining from the soils and rocks, that is kaolin, bentonite, diatomite, sodium, calcium, magnesium, etc. And microbial sources, yes, of course, from the soil, and in the marine source we are getting some fungi, algae, and even bacteria from the waters, and like actinomycin, amphotericin, griseofulvin, penicillin, cephalosporins, algae, alginate, and agar. So these are the microbial source. And biotechnological source, that is recombinant DNA and RNA, that we all know very well. And the marine sources like pseudosteroids, cyanic and domic acid act as antimalarial drugs, and pseudosterones, indole. And so the drugs are, these are the sources of the drugs, and I hope you have been getting some point. So we can see in the next video. Thank you so much. Hi dear students, I am Kalaivani, working as assistant professor in SNS College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. So have a nice day, and today we are going to discuss about the topic, the sources of crude drugs. And so coming to the part of the sources of crude drugs, we are having many sources, that is plants, animals, marine and tissue culture plants.